Using controlled agents with CloudBees CI. You've spent your own budget on a machine that you want to use as an agent on a controller that you share with another team. However, you don't want that team that also lives with you on that controller to be able to use that agent. Fortunately, there's a feature within the Folders Plus plugin called Controlled Agents that will make sure that no one else can use your agent. Here's today's starting point. I have a CloudBees CI controller. Attached to this controller, I have an agent. And then I have two folders here that represent two different projects, Project A and Project B. Within Project A, I have a job called Project A Job. And within Project B, I also have a job called Project B Job. Although I'm using CloudBees CI for traditional platforms for this video, all the steps I'm going through also apply to CloudBees CI for modern cloud platforms. There is a link for the Controlled Agents documentation down in the description of this video. So let's go ahead and go back over to our Project A folder. Now, before we run this job, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be running. We can see here that we have pipeline agent label Java. Our agent has a label of Java on it. And then we're just going to run Java -- version to see what version of Java we have access to. So if we go ahead and click on Save and click on Build Now, what we're going to see from the output is Java 11.0.12. So right now, our Project A job can access this agent. Let's go check out Project B. So we'll take a look at Project B. We'll take a look at the configuration of this. It's the exact same thing. It's Java -- version. Click on Save, click on Build Now. And just to prove out that we can currently connect to the agent, we can see that we now have the output from Agent 1, 11.0.2. Now, at some point, we've made the decision, okay, Agent 1 can only be used by jobs that live within the Project A folder. So how do we do that? It's really simple by using the Folders Plus plugin. So let's go ahead and go back up to the root of our controller. We'll click on Agent and click on Configure. Now, there are a few steps that we're going to have to go through here, so you might have to watch this a couple of times to fully understand what we're doing. Let's scroll down to the bottom of the agent configuration, and let's select Only Accept Builds from Approved Folders. Check that box and click on Save. And what you'll notice here on the Agent 1 homepage is we now have a section called Approved Folders. And what this states is the node will only accept builds from jobs contained within the following folders. And currently, there are none set up. So let's go ahead and click on Add Some. And in order to get started, the first thing that we're going to do is create a token. So we can either click Create Token here, or we can click on Create right here. This is the one we'll do. Are you sure you want to create a new token? Yes. Now what it's asking us for is to enter the request key generated for the folder to be allowed for the agent. But we haven't done that yet. So how do we do that? Well, what we want to do is let's go ahead and right-click on Dashboard. We're going to open up in a new tab. Let's go to Folder Project A. And on the left nav, what you're going to notice now is a Controlled Agents option. Let's click on that. And right now we have no controlled agents assigned to this folder. Let's click on Create Request. Do you want to create a new request? Yes. What we have is now the request key that's being asked for over on this other page. So let's go back over here. We're going to change this password, which is actually the request key. We're going to paste that in and we're going to click on Authorize. When we clicked on Authorize, it gave us the request secret. Let's copy this. Let's go back over to our folder page and let's paste in the request secret and click on Authorize. And now what we can see is that Agent 1 is now listed under Project A as a controlled agent. If we go back over to our agent page and click on Done, we can now see that Project A is an approved folder under Agent 1. So we had to do this handshake between the agent and the folder. So let's go back over to our Project A folder. I'm going to close this second tab. And let's run our Project A job. We'll click on Build Now. And we can see from the output of 2, we ran on Agent 1, and we got the same output that we ran before. However, when we go to Project B and try to run the job Project B job, and again, just to clarify what's here, we're trying to connect to an agent that has the label of Java and run the Java version command on that agent. But now we've locked down Agent 1 to only accept jobs from the Project A folder. Since we're inside the Project B folder, we expect this job to not work. Yes, there is an agent that has the label of Java on this controller, but what we're going to see here is that this job can no longer connect and use that agent. As it's trying to make the connection, what we're going to see here in a moment is that we will get an error saying that there is no valid security token. When we went through and set up the request key and the request secret, and we did the handshake between Agent 1 and Project A folder, that tied those two together. We did not do that same dance for Project B, so therefore we have no agents available currently that will be able to service this job on this controller. Now, what's another reason why you might want to use a controlled agent? Let's assume for a moment that your operation team shares a controller with an application development team. There's a really good chance that the operations team has specific credentials that only they should have access to. Without Folders Plus and therefore controlled agents, the application teams could run jobs on that agent that has those special operations credentials, which may or may not be a big deal, except there could be a chance that the agent is being used when an operations team needs to do a deployment. And since that agent is tied up doing application development builds, instead of the operations team being able to use it for their deployments, that could and probably would impact the operations team from being able to complete their work in a timely and sometimes emergency manner. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach out to us on Twitter at CloudBees. If this video was helpful to you, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to CloudBees TV yet, why not? Take a moment, click on that subscribe button, and then ring that bell, and you'll be notified anytime there's new content available on CloudBees TV. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.